The U.S. Secret Service arrested an Oregon man after a bizarre incident where he broke into the official residence of Switzerland's ambassador to the United States and then assaulted the diplomat, according to court papers. Images from Google Earth show the sprawling Swiss embassy in Washington, D.C. On Monday, investigators say the Oregon man, identified as Christian David Mandeville, refused to leave the premises. When the ambassador tried to stop the suspect, court records indicate Mandeville used his body to try and push his way past the ambassador. His actions pushed the ambassador backward. Mandeville was later arrested and charged with assault on a foreign official. According to a statement from the Swiss embassy, neither the ambassador nor any embassy staff were harmed in this incident. Records show Mandeville lives in Portland. We could find no prior criminal history, and Secret Service provided no details on possible motive. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.